Lynn Swayze here. I am a direct response marketer and a copywriter for information marketers. So experts, consultants, course creators, membership site owners, authors. And I'm here today to further expound on persuasion and marketing and what we're doing behind the words. So I did the con man's persuasion formula the other day, and I was asked, someone commented, "Hey, yeah, we're trying to use persuasion in a good way to, help convince prospects." And I was like, yeah. And so I wanted to kind of, expound on that a little bit and, a more advanced marketing lesson, if you will. So what I did here was created a really simple, line, if you will, of how we're going to move forward in marketing, right? So when you guys can tell looking at this, I'm sorry, I'm not a designer. I'm very engineering minded, and it shows up in this is about as close to design as I get. So I'm sorry. So what you see here is you have your buyer here on the left and you here on the right. Up top, what I have is the Gene Schwartz, levels of awareness, which I'll explain. And then down here, I kind of have just a reminder of the difference between your buyer and you. Oh, crap, I should turn it off. Sorry, guys. So, let me pause this. Okay, so, so your buyer, depending on, so you think of all of the potential buyers, right? So they are anywhere along the spectrum. They could be people who know nothing about you and what you do. They could be people who know they have a problem. They could be people who've tried your competitors. They could be your competitors if they're way over here. That's a big range. And the marketing that you're going to be doing along this range should be different. So you can't expect one piece of marketing to hit all of these people. It's not possible. So I'll explain this in a little bit. So I'm going to use my business as an example just because it's the easiest for me. But if you have questions, just comment below wherever this is posted, and we can kind of go through some of those frames with your business. Or you can take advantage of my free half-hour mastermind calls on Friday, which I'll post the link to register for that as well. Okay, so let's say we're using my business. I'm a copywriter. I'm a direct response copywriter. So for me, if someone is all the way over here at problem unaware, they're maybe a small business owner and they don't even know what marketing is. They just think, well, I'm going to put my shingle up on Facebook and, that's it. No. They don't know marketing. They don't know any of the marketing names. They don't know what a funnel is. They don't know that they need email marketing. One of my first clients, who I created a lot of success for him, he was like this. He didn't know that he needed to have email marketing. He was using a contact form and then wondering why he wasn't getting clients. I was like, I had to do a lot of education. I had to drag, kicking and screaming, drag him across this awareness line. Because he was way over here. And also the marketing I used to get him was completely different than what I might have done to get someone who's solution aware. So he didn't know what a copywriter was. He didn't know what I did, didn't know how I could help, didn't know what to look for, didn't know what marketing was. That would be someone right over here. They are problem unaware. They don't even know that they have a problem. They don't. And the beliefs that this person, the problems that they feel they have, the beliefs they have are going to be completely different. So me as a marketer, I can look at someone who's saying, well, I had a friend who wanted to monetize his podcast, right? He had a marketing problem. In his mind, though, that wasn't how he said, because he was problem unaware. Remember, problem and solution they're matching up. He was unaware of the problem that I solve. What I saw was that he lacked marketing. But in his mind, he framed it as, I don't know how to monetize my podcast. Big difference. So if I'm going to him with marketing and talking about marketing, talking about copy, talking about a copywriter for podcasters, gonna give zero shits, right? But if I talk to him and I said, hey, here's how you monetize your podcast. Here's, are you having trouble? Do you see other podcasters making six figures and seeing the EO Fires of the world and wondering what the heck they're doing differently, then I've got his attention. Then I can start slowly talking to him about, you don't have a monetization problem. You don't even have a content problem. You have a marketing problem, right? So I would slowly move him down. Okay, you have a marketing problem, and what you really need is a funnel. You need a simple way to move your listeners from random listener to subscriber on your list to buyer to repeat buyer, right? That's how I would slowly move someone. That's what your marketing needs to do, is slowly persuade them. Now, and that's just the awareness. Let's talk about some of this stuff down here. So here I put, 0% trust in the guru, and that's you. 0% trust in the product, of course, because they don't know anything about you, anything about your product. They've never seen it before. Or if they've seen it before, they've not seen it quite like the way you do it. They've never seen it work before. They have a different value set, a belief set, and different problem sets. We already talked about the problem set. Let's see what I talk about value set. So the way I talk about marketing is my 3-step system, attraction, indoctrination, conversion. That indoctrination phase is where you get them to flip their values. So if you watch some of the master tribe builders in my industry, the first ones that come to mind are people like Russ Ruffino or like Ben Settle or Kevin Rogers, Ramit Sethi, people like that who they start instill. You can tell one of their followers because they have certain values that are instilled. So Colin Thurio is another example. You shouldn't work so hard for your money, or you need to be ruthless. Like Dan Kennedy, no BS. Don't accept BS. Be ruthless about protecting your autonomy and protecting your independence and not letting clients walk all over you. You become indoctrinated. You need to indoctrinate essentially your prospects with how you do things, how the rules of the world that you run, right? You're running this tribe. What are the rules? What are the laws of the land? For me, it's direct response beats branding every time. Once you have your graphics and other stuff, it needs to go to direct response. It needs to be accountable. You need to be able to put marketing out and actually make money from it. If you're not making money from it and can't track it, it's not working. And I don't want buyers to come to me who are going to replace me with an SEO person because they think that all marketing is the same, right? So for me, I need to indoctrinate my followers with direct response is the best way. It is, and I will prove it with facts and data and whatnot, but I have to show them, too, that, they can do direct response, that they don't need to have big budgets, that they can spend a little bit and still get ROI and then build slowly, and that, profits are possible for them, right? So there's different values. So you have to flip with your marketing each of these scripts. And then beliefs. What do they believe about themselves? Do they, for my prospects, I have to make them believe that they can be successful. Some of the prospects that I see, they're not ready for me because they don't yet believe that they can be successful. They come to me with excuses and complaints. The market doesn't buy. It's a bunch of cheap people. Nothing I try works. Email marketing's dead. Direct mail is dead. Facebook ads are dead. Blah, blah. I have to flip those scripts, each and every one, until they believe. So how do you do that? Changing beliefs in themselves. Stories. So like your origin story, if it's, especially if it's worse than them, so you showed, hey, I did it. Case studies. Case study stories are another great way to flip those scripts. So you give them enough people just like them who achieved the results that they want, but don't believe that they can achieve. That's powerful. Stories are so powerful. So not just saying, yeah, trust me, believe me. I know this is too hard to believe, but no, show them, demonstrate, demonstrate that it's possible. Okay. Let's see, different values set, different belief set. They also need to believe in you. So like when I post on Facebook my results, there's a reason because I want you to see that I know what I'm doing. That that the advice that I give and the strategies that I teach and the copy I write actually produces results. And it does. So they have to believe in you too, which requires you to be consistent, which requires you to get in front of them. And they don't know anything about you. Before I started posting more about what I do, there were a lot of people who really didn't know me. They didn't know me. I assumed, being selfish, I guess, that people knew more about me, that they knew who I've worked with, that they knew some of my results because I posted about it here and there. No, people don't know me, who I am, what I'm about, what my values are. So I need to tell them, hey, this is me. These are my values. These are the results I've gotten. This is who I work with. This is who I don't work with. You can see my face. This is my personality. You're getting some of my personality in these videos. That's what you need to do in your marketing because they don't trust you. They don't know you. You have to do some of that too. So you're moving them along and persuading them and flipping scripts. I just love the idea of just flip, where I don't believe I can do it. Yes, I believe I can do it. I don't trust this person to, that's my guru, I don't believe these results. Oh, wow, there's a lot of proof. Oh, this is too good to be true. Oh, no, it's really not. It's actually legit. Flip, 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 flip until they buy. So you're flip, 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 flip. And now they're here and they're ready to buy, right? You can get them buying here. They're going to respond to your offer here. But you've got to bring them there. And that's what marketing does. That's what your webinar is going to do. That's what your email sequences need to be doing. That's what your blog posts need to be doing. It's what, direct mail or the newsletter you send. That's what it needs to be doing. It's got to be moving them along, the funnel. And if you design a launch funnel well enough, you will be hitting each of their fears, each of their objections, each of those scripts that need to be flipped. It's why Ramit said he has a 20 email, launch campaign. They're not random. Those emails he sends for I can earn 1K or whatever. They're not random. They're there to flip each and every internal script you have until you are sold. And that's what your marketing needs to do. The great thing is once you figure all this out, you can do this for your whole year and be done. Automate it. Move them through the sequence. It is really that simple. There are obviously things you can do to, really boost it and whatnot. But for most people I talk to, just getting a funnel and kind of these steps in place will make a world of difference. Just having copy in place that takes people from maybe here to here, world of difference. Having marketing, so waiting to do the sales page and pitch to here and making the rest of the marketing do all this, world of difference. The mistake I see most often is that entrepreneurs are here and they're trying to sell here. So there's a sales page and they're already, they don't ever address the person where they are. So they're trying to sell too soon, 1. 2, they're trying to start here. Where me, the entrepreneur, I'm already convinced about copy. I've read all the books. I've, seen everything. I follow other marketers. I've worked with other marketers. I am so absorbed. I don't need much selling to go and get, a mentor or go and invest in a program. I can see the value already. I'm already convinced, but my buyers aren't. And your buyers aren't. And the mistake I see in sales pages is the assumption that they have all the same beliefs and values and problems that you do. And that's an interesting thing too. As the entrepreneur, you have a different problem set now, don't you? Your problem isn't the same as their problem. Different worldviews. So this is where the importance of empathy and actually stepping into the mind of your ideal buyer is so important. What is their world? It's like deep trance identification, right? What does their world feel like and look like and sound like and taste like? What are they hearing every day? What are they worrying about? It's going to be completely different than what you are seeing and feeling and hearing and worrying about as the entrepreneur, as the guru. You've got it all figured out. They don't, right? which is why, like, let's say marketers. I just know marketers. So instead of saying, I've got a 3-step system that will, I'm going to teach you how to do webinars. They address the problem. Look at some of these high ticket coaches. They're talking about, would you like to make $10,000 a month? Would you like more clients? It doesn't start with, I'm going to teach you how to do a webinar. That's solution aware. The problem unaware is, the problem aware is, oh man, I know I need more clients. I don't know what to do. I know I need to make more money. I don't know what to do. Right? Completely different. And so many of the prospects, you guys that I see, you're just starting too far to the right. Scoot it over. And this is what marketing is, right? Is moving people in. So, the lead magnets are here, and more indoctrination, webinars and blog posts and emails are here. Your offer is here. I hope you can see my mouse, because otherwise this will make no sense. Your offers in the solution aware bits, and the blog posts and the emails and the webinars are in, more problem aware and solution aware. And if you're going problem unaware, that's going to be hard. You really have to start at problem aware. So it gets narrower and narrower and narrower until you have ideal buyers. If you don't do this, you may get buyers, but not all of them are going to be ideal. It's going to be people who sign up and think that they're getting something else than what they're getting, because you didn't take them along the path, flipping their scripts, giving them the right values, the value of, hey, you need to show up and do the work. Hey, I value people who are invested in their lives and want better lives, who want better relationships, who want, to make more money. I value people who are professionals, things like that, instilling your values so that by the time they work with you, they're psyched, they're on board. You don't need to, you're not fighting with them. You're not fussing with, this person's not a good fit, our personalities clash. No, they've been trained to think like you do. You've got to kind of mold them into the right buyer or client. I don't know how else to explain it. Hopefully this is simple. It makes a little bit more sense. And again, so if you would like to have a free mastermind meeting of 2 minds working on one problem to come up with a solution, because 2 heads are better than 1, I offer free sessions on Fridays, about half an hour. The link should be below for how to get access to one of them. Like I say, completely free, no pitch, talk about whatever you want, and we can talk about this right here. Or we can look at a sales page. I can review your website. We can talk blog post ideas or webinar ideas, really whatever is on your mind related to marketing and copy. Totally free. It is my gift to you for deciding to take action in your business and improving your profitability. And I am honored to leave some time for go-getter entrepreneurs. I love talking to you guys, and it's just, I want to keep it open. I love it a lot, and I don't want price to be a barrier to getting some quick wins. So take advantage of it. Totally free, every Friday only. Link below. Thanks, guys.